and we are so lucky here today to have one of my favorite restaurants in the new Bender Kitchen, Ballo Italian Restaurant Social Club is here. You can find them at Mohegan Sun Casino. Executive Chef Shaun Golan and General Manager Jason Barlow are joining us today. Guys, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you're not normally up this early.
No, not typically.
But we do appreciate it. And then it looks like we have some Brussels sprouts on the menu. These are famous Brussels sprouts.
Thank you.
It's
yeah, they're pretty popular around our parts, and you know, I know how much you enjoy them, so I figure we'd show you how to do them today.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started.
It's a simple dish. It comes together quick. First, we have to brown the Brussels sprouts, get a nice crust on them. Put them in a pan, get it hot, we just throw it right in the oven.
Doesn't stick to the pan, does it?
No, you put a little bit of oil in there and you should be fine. We actually did some ahead of time so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like. You get them nice and brown, and you can see you got some of that charring on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and easy. The sauce is pancetta is the base. It's like an Italian bacon.
Sure.
And we start browning that out. We add about 1.5 tablespoons of honey and a little bit of red wine vinegar. And you'll see as it comes together, you bring that up to a boil, cook it all together, you end up like this. We call it a pancetta jam.
Okay.
All you have to do when you're ready to
these
serve
taste
them.
like candy when you do serve them.
Yeah, it's
They're
definitely,
so good.
it's from the
Smells like
honey,
Easter
the
over
red wine vinegar, couple spoonfuls of that right into the Brussels sprouts. We add a little bit of butter and a squeeze of lemon juice at the end. Kind of brings it all together.
Great.
When you're ready to serve them, that's it.
So what other items do you have on the menu?
Pretty simple.
It's a pretty extensive menu.
Yeah.
We try to have something for everybody at Ballo. A lot of fresh house-made pasta. Our pizza's made in-house. It's something we're really proud of.
The cheese wheel.
The cheese wheel. We have a.
You gotta talk about the cheese wheel a little bit. That's Teresa's favorite.
Yes, it's a flaming wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano that we actually hollow out. We wheel it table side and we toss the pasta in that, and it coats it with the cheese after it's been melted on the inside. We serve that table side and grate some black truffle over it.
Very tasty.
It's definitely a show. It's a delicious thing. Everybody loves it.
I was actually there a couple of days ago having dinner by myself, and they brought the giant wheel over, and I just
by yourself?
I felt like such a loner. I mean, the restaurant was packed, and I'm sitting there with this giant cheese wheel, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put on a show for you." And I was like, "Okay, this isn't awkward at all." Now, Jason, this Friday you guys have a big event coming up as part of Winefest, right?
Yes, Ballo and Jim Beam Bourbon are hosting a bourbon dinner, and there's also going to be some cigar rollers there in the ballroom at Mohegan Sun.
Okay.
And that's to kick off Mohegan Sun Winefest, which is Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. All right.
So Chef put together a really cool menu
Yeah,
to serve about 500 people.
What's on the menu?
We decided to try to pull from both Italian dishes, but also things that we thought would pair well with bourbon. This will definitely be being served. We're making roast pork, smoked and rubbed with some spices. A lot of our signature pastas are going to be there, as well as some other stuff that we came up just for the event.
For Friday, and all of your pasta is homemade. It's made like the day of, right?
Yeah, I mean, we make pasta 7 days a week at Ballo.
Does that ever get tiring? Do your hands get tired? I mean, I've been back there before.
It can get tedious, but you get used to it like anything else.
And then what's the key to staying awake all the time? Because Teresa, I know you've been back there with Chef Shaun a few times. You know, you're there, what, 12-hour shifts, 13-hour shifts?
It's a long day. We both are, but we've been used to it for a while. And when you're doing something you love, it makes it a little bit easier.
So it's a lot of Red Bull.
Hey, let's make some cocktails.
Absolutely.
I will sniff them at the end. What'd you bring with you, Jason?
Well, one drink we put together for the bourbon dinner is called the Maker's Fizz, and our guests really enjoyed it, so it ended up on the menu at Ballo. And, you know, bourbon is not Italian, but we wanted to incorporate some fun Italian flavors into it, like fresh grapefruit juice and an all-natural elderflower, which actually has ancient Roman Italian roots. It's made with water, sugar from beets, elderflower petals, and fresh lemon. And then we're going to top it off with some Prosecco. And it makes a really nice cocktail. It's not too sweet because of the bitterness of the grapefruit. And it's pretty simple. It's just an ounce of Maker's Mark bourbon.
Or an ounce and a half.
Or an ounce and a half. You know,
Whichever you
Give or
prefer.
take.
it's a long day. Some grapefruit juice. And then just any old kind of Prosecco will work just fine. It's nice. It gives it some effervescence. Gives a little texture to the cocktail. And the last part would be just a tiny drop of elderflower. It's quite potent, so you don't need too much. And then we garnish it with an Amarena cherry, which is similar to a maraschino.
That's wonderful.
We garnish it with a nice little orange twist. And that's our Maker's Fizz.
Great. Are there still tickets for the bourbon dinner?
You know, I hear there's a rumor there's a few more
A
left.
few left, so
few
get them
left.
quickly if you are interested.
And that's at mohegansun.com that they can grab them, or?
Yes.
Okay. And so then we have Winefest coming up the whole weekend. I know you're going to be in the kitchen, but you're going to be in the Uncas Ballroom talking to people about Ballo, the food, wine. What are you going to be
Correct.
cooking up?
For the bourbon dinner, we're going to just discuss how we incorporate Italian ingredients in our cocktails and, give an Italian twist or Ballo style to everything we do.
Oh, very good. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tons of people are there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you
It's a
haven't
busy
grabbed your
weekend.
tickets, I think there's tickets available for Sunday, and you said you might stop by Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. I'd like to get in there and try a few things and kind of see what they're doing.
It's always fun.
Speaking of trying things, Teresa, should we try some?
Yeah. Grab a fork
Go
or
for it.
your finger,
Yeah,
either
yeah,
way.
Go right for it.
Reservations
be
for
hot.
Valentine's Day still available? Is
Yes,
it too late?
but make them quick because they're filling up. Don't
Yes,
get
they are.
caught late. Don't
All right.
get caught late.
There you go. Ballo's open for dinner 7 days a week and serves a $21.95 prefix lunch. That's nice on Saturday and Sunday. You could find more on their website, balloitalian.com. Guys, thanks so much for being here, waking up
Thank
early
you.
with
Thanks
us,
again for
and
having
making
us.
my favorite.
Anytime.
All right, don't go away, because after the break, we're going to tell you how you could be the lucky winner of a tropical getaway. Stay with us.